Day 12 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar halfway point, everyone. Halfway to December 24th and no Christmas special. So it's just a countdown to Christmas, really. The question this week is, I think David's had one already. David Blanchard, DGB259 on Twitter asks, if you could pick up any two doctors and put them in another season, what would you do? So basically, a different solo. You throw the fourth Doctor into like the seventh Doctor era, that kind of thing. So that's the premise of this one.
Peter Capaldi into season 1 from the classic series.
We already did that. Well, not season 1, but Twice Upon a Time is closer you're gonna get.
I know, but I want more.
Yeah,
I want Peter Capaldi's Doctor to grill Ian and Barbara as they break into the TARDIS. I want Peter Capaldi's Doctor to meet Marco Polo and the Aztecs.
I think that would be brilliant. I don't know why they haven't done that already, to be honest. Why are they just recasting the William Hartnell with David Bradley, who admittedly is really good? They should just be Peter Capaldi doing all the things that Doctor Who would have done anyway back in those, except it's Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I think I'd like to have Pertwee's Doc in Pertwee's Doctor in series 7B, because then he could just walk around everywhere and go, "Madam, what year is this?" And then everyone could just say 2013, and then we would have the EastEnders joke nonstop all year.
I would like to have 6 in Hellbent and Heaven Sent. A, so you can give the Time Lords a really hard time, and B, just to see him go through Hellbent.
Colin Baker could pull it off. He's a good actor. He's that kind of theatrical performer.
I don't know if anybody but Capaldi could pull it off, but I'd like to see him try.
The first thing that Baker would have to do is basically lose the coat at the very beginning. Like basically, instead of burning himself to power the transporter and stuff, he'd have to burn the coat to power it, because there's a lot of energy in that thing, a lot of kinetic energy in that coat that you could
honestly
burn.
Even if you don't like his Doctor, he is better suited for that sort of situation than other Doctors are, I think.
Yeah,
he's much more. I hate to say this, 7 would be good in that too. 7 would be really good in Hellbent.
I think that Baker would be. I could see Colin Baker talking to himself in a theatrical way, kind of like how Peter Capaldi, except Capaldi did it in his sort of mind palace, that being the TARDIS, whereas Colin
he's more
Baker
subtle
would just
about it than
talk to the air.
Baker would be, but yeah.
So, all right, Chris, you're gonna leap into something. You had one, a big one.
Well, I didn't have one. I was wanting to go back to Warren's first one. Right. I'm trying to think mentally. Third Doctor in Rosa, what kind of reaction he would have to all the racist elements that were presented in the episode.
He'd be disgusted and indignant, I think.
Oh, I'm
was
sure
a
there would
righteous
be
Doctor, right? So
yeah,
because he comes from an era not far off from that.
Yeah, but he's still the Doctor and has seen a lot, and is very much like he's as Neil's wife says, a pompous Tory, but he's still the Doctor, and nobody does indignance and injustice like he does.
No, I think that Pert's Doctor would have a lot of moments of charm in Rosa, but I think they would all be his, basically. I don't think anybody... Basically, it would be John Pertwee's Doctor going to meet with Rosa and Martin Luther King, and it would be John Pertwee's Doctor on the bus, and it would be John Pertwee's Doctor... he'd be basically doing everything. And there would be a car chase in there somewhere, because it's nice.
So he really should not be in Rosa, is what you're saying, because I don't want
probably
to happen.
Probably not. Maybe he'd be driving the bus. I feel like he would be driving the bus as well. So he'd be doing a lot of stuff in that. Got to be taken over from it a little bit. Maybe he shouldn't be there. Step back, Pert. This isn't your time.
Yeah, just tiptoe away slowly from that episode.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of some sort of a switcheroo. So like both the Fifth Doctor, both Peter Davison and Matt Smith said Patrick Troughton was their favorite, and there's a lot of echoing of Troughton's Doctor in each of theirs. So I'm trying to think of something where the 2nd and 5th or 2nd and 11th Doctors could be usefully switched around.
Oh, I could see Matt Smith in Tomb of the Cybermen.
Yeah, I could see that. And I'd rather see that than Nightmare on Silver, I can tell you that right now.
Ooh. Wait, yeah?
Or how about, because Matt Smith already sort of does the dual role in Nightmare on Silver, Matt Smith in Enemy of the World.
Actually, yeah, he can pull that off. He can totally pull that off.
I'd be so
better than most doctors, I think.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to worry about like, you know, costume changes and recording breaks and everything like they did in the 1960s. So that would be cool. He would do it. He would hate it because he'd say, "Why am I having to learn all the lines? I have like an 8-minute speech in episode 1, and I have another one later on in episode. Why are you putting all this effort? I'm
not bloody Mexican. What is going on here?"
That too. He wouldn't be Mexican. They would do something else. They would do something else. Probably. I hope so. That would be really cool, actually.
Yeah, this is more problematic than I thought it would be.
It would be, isn't it? I know. It's tough. You know? As timeless as the doctors all are, they are kind of, you know, they are kind of limited to their own times in some way. It's tough to move them back and forth and around and stuff like that. This is why Doctor Who has a strict continuity to prevent things like this from happening.
It's very strict.
How about Colin Baker's Doctor in season 18, where they're developing the crowded TARDIS? It starts with K9 and Romana. He has to pick up Adric. I don't see that meeting going very well.
I see it's kind of like him meeting Herbert, H.G. Wells in Time Lash, except even more annoying because, you know, Adric's left-handed. I don't know what H.G. Wells was, if he was right-handed or not, but
and doesn't know how to cross his fingers.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to cross his fingers. I mean, come on, you idiot! Cross your fingers this way, and he would like launch into a big diatribe. How could he not? You know, it's the privilege of wisdom to listen to me tell you how to cross your fingers, Adric. Yeah, he'd have a field day there. We don't write Doctor Who, everyone. We don't write Doctor Who,
and there's a good reason for that.